Taking the time to build community, to get to know your people, will have long-lasting benefits. Clifton Talbert. We are kicking off season 2 today, and I'm so excited. We are talking about the number one thing you must do in 2021 and in the future to sustain your business. Welcome to the Stitched for Success podcast, where we are teaching business and life lessons that will help you launch, grow, or scale your creative business. I am Monica Allen, and I'm a wife, mom, daughter, entrepreneur, author, friend, lifelong learner, and host of this podcast. For over 8 years, I was stuck in corporate and dreamt of escaping. Creating a side hustle with just $700 and having taken the leap over 15 years ago, we have since grown multiple 6-figure and 7-figure brands. Being an entrepreneur for over 18 years has afforded me many successes and a few failures. I want to share those with you so you can grow and be successful in your business. I am so glad to be back. I actually really missed publishing an episode last week. I needed to take a week off though, just to think through this year's goals for me, both personally and professionally. I also used the time to really hone in on what I wanted to do this first quarter on the podcast. I truly want to be a resource for you and your questions as you start or grow your business. As I have mentioned before, I recently wrote an ebook entitled The 10 Secrets to Small Business Success in 2021. Well, they're really not secrets, but they are things you need to do in order to continue to grow your business despite a pandemic or an economic downturn or whatever may come up. One of the biggest tips that I think many of us can overlook, because we are so busy posting stories on Instagram and pictures on Facebook and new products and memes on Twitter. And while all those are great and fun and lend to some wonderful connectivity to our customers, our community, we do not own these platforms. I have recently heard, as I have embarked and kind of gotten sucked into many of the rooms on Clubhouse, the latest craze in social media and connection, I've heard people say they've gotten kicked off Instagram or their account was suspended. And of course, we all know that people have gotten yanked off of Twitter. So I say this to say you need to own your community. You need to own your list. So tip number 10 that I cover in the ebook is really, in my opinion, number 1. Email is still number 1. You have your website, you have your social media platforms established, but having your customers' email addresses is still number 1 when it comes to marketing your products or services. You want to make sure to continue to ask your customers to opt into email when they shop, when they ask you a question, when they come to your website. According to an article on campaignmonitor.com, you're 6 times more likely to get higher click-through rates through email instead of tweets. And that being said, email is still the most effective method of getting new customers and getting those new customers to purchase from you. Now, of course, texting is becoming a little bit more mainstream than it used to be, but emails are still where it's at right now. So you want to get new prospects to join your email list by offering them discounts when they come to your website, or have a pop-up for them to subscribe to your emails for discounts and updates. In addition, if you're in an industry where a newsletter would be beneficial, customers can subscribe to your newsletter. Keep in mind, though, that if you offer a newsletter, you need to be consistent and informative. You want them to look forward to the information you provide to them. You want to update and curate your email list too. You do not want to be spammy, because this will ruin your reputation with your email marketing software company and result in your emails not being sent. And we all need them to be sent out. I recently heard a really good email, or a little blurb about email marketing and your list, and it's described as an ATM, because when you have a list of people who are genuinely interested in what you offer, whenever you send an email, you're almost guaranteed to receive results in the way of revenue. This is definitely true in our business. When we are not sending emails, it does not mean that we do not get any business, but we can definitely see a direct correlation with revenue and emails sent. I recommend not only sending marketing emails, you also want to give your customers value. So, for example, if you're an interior designer and the new Pantone color has just come out, let your customers know via email about the new color and show them examples of how the color can be incorporated into their home. Again, it does not always have to be about a sale. just to be top of mind for a few minutes is key. If you have not begun to establish an email list, then start today. If you have, then continue to build upon that list. Email, along with your social media, begins to help brand your company and your products and services. It helps to establish your community. That's really it for today. I wanted to give you all that tip as you grow and sustain your business. Also wanted to just mention goals. I mentioned this a couple of episodes ago, and just curious to know what goals you all have set for yourself this upcoming year. One of the things that I find most interesting about goals is it helps you to have them written and in front of you, or in some method of being able to see them on a regular basis. And it also helps to have some accountability. If you can have someone who can check in with you on your goals, that really helps you get them accomplished. And lastly, if you don't have any goals, that's okay too. I actually recently looked at a YouVersion Bible plan, which I thought was interesting because it suggested that you determine your life word. I often do an annual word. Last year my word was bold. This year I think my word is clarity, but it's not really clear. So I'm not really sure if that's my word or not. But I did decide on my life word is legacy. This plan was really good, and that is the word I landed on for my life word, because what I realized throughout everything that I do and every moment I spend my life, I want to leave a legacy. Whether that's with my husband, with my children, in my business, with my friends, I want to somehow leave a lasting legacy. So perhaps think about a word for yourself throughout the year. Think about a word that you like for your life. Think about your goals. And, we're here as a group to support each other. So if you don't have any goals established yet, please pop over to the Stitch for Success Facebook group, and we can help you with establishing one or two goals for this year, because as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, it's very important that you have a couple goals established just so you can continue to push forward and grow your business. One of your goals may be to get a certain number of email addresses, new email addresses added to your list each month or each quarter. There are 9 additional tips in the free ebook. You can download it at stitchforsuccess.com. If you have not already, please subscribe to the podcast and share it with a friend or family member. Small businesses are the backbone of many communities. Let's build some great ones together. Follow me on Instagram at Stitch for Success, and please pop over to Facebook and join the Stitch for Success Facebook group. Being an entrepreneur can be lonely. Come join a group that understands your ups and downs. Take care of yourself. Thank you for joining me today, and have a great one.